who has petitioned Iyoko to arrest and prosecute the former Chief Justice, is joining us on Zoom right now. He's a private legal practitioner as well, James Apedo. Counsel, good evening. Thank you for joining us here on Ghana Tonight.
Good evening, Alfred. Thanks for having me.
First off, I mean, when we got this exclusive detail and put it out there, the sentiment is that really, to what end? She's been removed as Chief Justice on the basis of the stated misbehavior, which includes this misappropriation that you reference, that 337,000. And so why are you piling up more trouble for her, going to Iyoko to ask Iyoko to arrest and prosecute her?
Well, very well. The first issue is that regardless of the outcome of the constitutional committee's proceedings, which led to her removal, the committee actually found as a fact that there was misappropriation of public funds or misapplication of public funds. And in the committee's words, from the letter that was sent to her secretly by His Excellency the President through his secretary, and which her ladyship decided to send to court, which has now become a public document, the committee stated that her behavior as the head of the judiciary in using those funds to pay for her husband and her daughter's private holiday was unlawful and against any law or policy. And under the Public Financial Management Act, which regulates all public sector institutions, any such conduct as this, which resulted in a loss to the state, is a crime which is punishable under the law separately from whatever has happened leading to her removal from office. So the fact remains that the monies that were spent on those trips were public funds which needs to be recovered for the state. So that is the basis of the petition which I've sent to the Iyoko.
The cloud, or you're coming under the power of the law on causing financial loss to the state. Exactly why is that?
Yeah, so if you read those provisions of the law, it gives you the elements that needs to be satisfied before a public officer could be held under those laws. And my argument is that if you look at the findings of the committee, clearly the decision to use those funds for those purposes were willful. And for that matter, the misapplication itself was also willful. And so it fits perfectly under those two provisions of law. That is why I decided to go under those laws for the Iyoko to conduct its own investigation. And once they lay hands on the committee's full report, they'll get the justification as to why she needs to be brought in for under these two laws, and for that matter, held accountable for it.
I mean, to the extent that this matter, as you referenced, was captured in the petitions that were looked into by the committee. In fact, it is on the basis of one of them, right? This Daniel Ofori petition captured the misappropriation that you talk about, the references that you make, right? It is on the basis of this same Daniel Ofori petition that she was removed. I mean, is this a matter of double jeopardy, you would say?
No, it's not. It's not a matter of double jeopardy. What happened before the committee was essentially an administrative process, a disciplinary process. So what happens is that once the committee found adversely against her that an offense against the Public Financial Management Act has been committed, it means that there must be separate prosecution for those offenses and for her to be held accountable for those as well. Don't forget, she herself has accepted that those findings were correct. That is why in the new application that her ladyship filed in court challenging the the president's removal of her as a justice of the Superior Court, she is essentially accepting that the decision to remove her as Chief Justice was correct, as recommended by the committee on those grounds, which also means that once you accept the offense or that you accept the allegation that have been leveled against you as proven, and which then justified your removal as Chief Justice, then it means that the funds that you have misappropriated, which the committee described as unlawful, you would have to be held accountable for that by a court of competent jurisdiction. It is only at that point that she can make a claim. It is only after that that if any subsequent prosecution comes up, that she can make a claim about double jeopardy. But for now, that claim cannot hold water.
I see. So the end objective of you asking Iyoko to step into this matter is not for her to refund the money. You want her arrested and made to face the full rigors of the law, prosecuted for that matter.
In fact, we are asking for both, because the whole purpose is for the money that has been spent, if that money has not already been refunded to the state, to be refunded. But it does not also mean that the crime has not been committed. So she can be held separately for that as well. So my petition is basically asking for the Economic and Organized Crimes Commission office to take the first step of looking into this petition, procuring a copy of the committee's report, and once the Iyoko comes to the decision that indeed the offense under the Public Financial Management Act has been committed, and also the Criminal Offences Act has been committed, then to proceed under the fiat of the Attorney General to haul her before court for the crime. If after that Iyoko decides to recover the money, that is even better for us, because we want accountability, and that is what it is all about.
I see. Stay with me a bit.